Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday, May 25th meeting of Plano West Rotary. I am Alex Johnson, the president, and I'm going to turn this over to our Sergeant of Arms, Mike Walker. Take it away, Mike.
I got it. Thank you very much. We use the first few. I used to have 15 minutes, but he's cut me to 5 on brag buck. So I've got 5 minutes to get a whole bunch of brags in it. And Catherine, how about you? You want to start off with a brag?
Hi, sure. I'll go fast. I'm going to brag about hopefully our intrepid meal delivery team here, because we are still on to deliver food at Armstrong this afternoon. And I live on the east side, and yeah, it's raining over here, as is Armstrong Middle School. So we're going to power through and get it done.
Well, that sounds great. Thank you. Miss Leach, you have a brag?
I do. I'll turn on my camera temporarily. Oh, wait, I can't. Hold on. I got a new computer.
There you are.
My hair is a freaking mess. This humidity is awful. Yeah, I want to brag that my son got engaged in Colorado last week.
Hey, that's great.
Very excited.
Congratulations. Mr. Frankenfield, do you have a brag this afternoon?
Sure. I'm just happy that being able to travel again, finally go see my grandkids after a year and a half and enjoy their growing up. So glad to have that on the table.
Amen to that. Hey, Lance, you ever brag this morning? You're on mute. I don't know if you're trying. You're on mute. If you want to unmute that. There we go.
Sorry, I don't today. I'm very sorry. We're in Irving today. We got doing showers, and this storm came on us pretty quick, so I'm a little wet today.
John Russell, do you ever brag?
Well, I'm in the early stages of planning something with the Brain Injury Network of Dallas. Too early to announce any details, but an extraordinary organization to be continued.
All right, thank you. Shannon, you ever brag?
Yeah, John, can't wait to hear about that. I love Bind. They're one of my faves. We are headed to Nebraska this weekend to see family, and just really excited to reconnect with them. And that's it. Thank you.
Well, that sounds like a great trip. Michelle, you ever brag?
I do. I'm excited because I'm having book club at my house tonight. So there'll be 10 of us women. And, since today is also National Wine Day, I'm thinking we may have to have a little bit of wine. And my last brag is I'm really excited about Lance's program today. And so welcome, Lance. We're glad to have you.
Yes, thank you, Michelle.
Okay, hey, thank you. Let's see. Antonio, you ever brag?
Yeah, me and my friend Bruce, he's another club member, working out this summer, and we're starting to make some gains, working out all summer every day.
Hey, that's great. Thank you. Mr. James Thomas, you ever brag?
Absolutely, I most certainly do. I too am looking forward to whoever this Lance person is who's coming on to certainly share with us some insights about who he is and what he does. And I'm thinking actually what he does may not be needed. It's raining really hard over where I am, Lance. So I don't think I need a shower. My hair.
Thank you. Clevie, you ever brag?
Hello, everybody. It's good to see everybody. I do have a brag. I actually have been promoted at Raytheon and get to work from home. So I'll be home with my little one all summer, so we'll be able to do way more Rotary stuff. My team is out in California, and I'll get to travel once a quarter. But yeah, I got a promotion after a year and a half. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
I think we've got time for one more brag. Mr. Beamer Durford, do you ever brag this afternoon?
Well, it's not a brag. I've been trying to perfect being a rainmaker, and I think I've got it perfected. So I'm going to turn it into a fundraiser, some of these arid places.
We're gonna need to lock you up and put you in a closet at least till give us a month of dry weather.
I'll
Right,
tell you
Mr.
what,
President.
it may be dry.
Yeah, back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mike. I have been doing things on the fly, so bear with me, everybody. Trying to multitask. Well, excellent. Well, thank you very much for running the brags, and thank you for everybody that has joined our meeting. What I'm going to do now is ask that, I'm sorry, everything got all messed up. And we're going to ask for Mr. Thomas, James Thomas. Can you lead us in prayer?
Absolutely. Thank you. Dear gracious Lord, we come to you again, thanking you for the many blessings you bestowed on us. One of those blessings is the fact that we are actually here today, because these days were never, ever promised to us. Another blessing is the fact that we have an opportunity to, that I have an opportunity to work with such wonderful men and women who devote their time and services to others. Continue to guide us and watch over us, dear Lord. We come to you asking for these blessings in Jesus Christ's name. We all pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Well, now we're going to ask Shannon to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Absolutely. So I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Excellent. Thank you, Shannon. Okay, the next part of the meeting is one of the reasons why we had to shorten up the brags. We get to vote and we get to induct a new member. So everybody has gone through this. I don't think we have any guests except for Lance. So Lance, you can't vote. We do our voting over the polling feature for Zoom. So I am going to and Praksha, you can't vote for yourself either. So what we're going to do, everybody on, quickly click the buttons quick so we can vote. This is for Praksha Shah to join our club. Over the last couple of weeks, everybody has been getting to know her. So I'm very excited to do this vote. Ready, set, go. Finish it up, people. We should see more voting here. Oh, there we go. Awesome. And it was, to use the words of John Russo, a landslide, unanimous. All right. Praksha, welcome to our club. Now, this next part is just between me and you. This is where I'm speaking to you. We're going to do a virtual induction. And part of this induction is which formally brings you into Rotary. And then afterwards, you're going to be contacted by our membership team. Actually, I think Mihir will be getting a hold of you. We have a new member kit, give you information, just what it's like to be part of Rotary. Plus, you already have friends in the club as well. So at this point, I am speaking to you. So Praksha, you have been proposed for membership, and the club has just elected you. Therefore, it is my pleasure to induct you into the Rotary Club of Plano West. I understand that you're aware of the Rotary requirements and will follow them. You have offered your services to assist your fellow Rotarians in their community and international projects. As you know, because you come from a family of Rotarians, Rotary is a service club, each member performing what Rotary terms as service above self. Besides service, you will have the benefit of powerful bonds of friendship with Rotarians locally and worldwide. I especially commend to your attention the object of Rotary and the four-way test, which form the criteria for Rotarians in their daily lives. When you travel, you will have the special opportunity to attend Rotary meetings and meet Rotarians throughout the world. This is another rewarding benefit of your membership. And now, by the power vested in me as president of the Rotary Club of Plano West, I pin this Rotary emblem on you, this virtual emblem, and declare you to be an active member of this Rotary Club. Welcome to Rotary. We all look forward to the enrichment of our lives and your own by the association in the world's oldest, largest, and finest service organization, Rotary International. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Preksha,
Thank you. Thank you so
would
much,
you,
everyone.
would you like to say a little bit to the group?
Sure, Alex. Thank you, everyone. Now, it feels really great for me to become a new member at this club, and I'm looking forward to knowing all of you a lot more. I come from a family of Rotarians. My father, he's a Paul Harris Fellow, and my mom is a NOVL member, ISO, International Service Officer. And I have always, since childhood, really admired the work which Rotarians do, and it feels really great for me to be a part of this community. So thank you, everyone, for welcoming me.
Thank you for joining us. I know you've had a very complicated life in the last couple of weeks, and so I appreciate you being able to squeeze us in. She just graduated from grad school not that long ago, and other things happening. So she is entering the next stage of her life, and she decided to join her parents in Rotary. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, excellent. Well, next on our agenda, we are going to do, well, what we call, oh, I don't have it up. Let me put my slide up. We're going to do the foundation moment. And so what I want to do actually for the foundation moment is talk about something that we achieve every year for the last 4 years. It's called a district grant. And a district grant is part of the Rotary Foundation, but it gives clubs the opportunity of using a grant from the Rotary Foundation for local projects. And you might have heard me mention this before. And for the last, I think isn't it 4 years? Glenn, Michelle, John, and then this year, right?
At least 4, yeah.
So 4 years we have qualified for what they call Tier 1. And so we have qualified this year for Tier 1, and then starting July 1st, we qualify again. And what that means is Tier 1, there's different levels of the grant process, basically how much money you can get. And maximum that we've seen over the last few years is $3,500. So for the last 2 years, we've received a $3,500 grant from the Rotary Foundation for us to use on local projects. And we've always used them, I'm gonna say always, the last 4 years, we've used them for scholarships, either for Camp Ryla, of which Fred Beemerdorfer is our chair, and we use them for our college scholarship fund, where we offer 3 or more $2,000 scholarships. And so either one, it's scholarships for high school students. So we kind of focus in on education. Now here's one of the reasons I want to mention this. In order for us to qualify for Tier 1, we have to donate money to the Rotary Fund or to the Rotary Foundation from a club perspective. So that's either each individual member or the club donates. And in order to qualify for Tier 1, we have to have a per capita donation of $120. What that means is, on average, every member has to give $120 to the Rotary Foundation in the calendar year. Now, traditionally, we haven't had every member do it, but we've had some members that give more, so that accounts for other members. And so in the past, our club was a lot smaller, like a third the size we had now. So when you look at, we started this year off at 21 members. When you multiply that 120, we basically needed to donate $2,540 to the Rotary Foundation in order to get $3,500 back, which is a pretty amazing investment. We donate and we get it back. As you know, there's no other area in nonprofit world that you actually get a return on your investment, but we're giving to our own nonprofit. Well, moving into this next year, we have tripled our membership. So that means our requirement to qualify for Tier 1 has tripled. So where it was $2,500 based on our July 1st membership, it's now basically going to be about $8,000 for us to continue to qualify for the district grant. And so I explain this, so as we talk about the Rotary Foundation throughout the year, we encourage you to give. like I said, it's $120 a person is what we need. So as many people in our club that chooses to donate $120 to the Rotary Foundation, it will help us qualify for the district grant and help us use those funds for our high school, actually juniors for Camp Ryler or seniors for a scholarship program. So that's my Rotary Foundation moment. Majority of Rotarians don't understand all that. I hope that made sense, but you'll hear us talking about our district grant and the Rotary Foundation throughout the year, and now you kind of know how that ties in. So next, which is going to be more fun, we're going to do our member moment. And I understand that Clevie is going to be doing the member moment for today. So I'm going to turn this over to Clevie.
Hello, everyone. We are celebrating the anniversary today of two of our members. Charles Spence is a 21-year member. We'll give him a round of applause, seal of approval. And then Michael Walker, he is a 15-year member. Give him a round of applause and a seal of approval. So thank you for your membership and your continued service. We all appreciate you so, so very much. And thank you for trailblazing for those of us that are brand new to Rotary. You are so very appreciated.
Thank you, Clevie. For those that don't know, Charles Spence, we call him Chuck. He has not been involved in the virtual aspect, but he is a regular on a regular basis from when we meet live, which we'll be doing hybrid soon. And one of the greatest thing about Chuck, whether he shows up or not, he is continually contributing to our club. He allows us, our club, we have our biggest fundraiser is pecans that we do at the Balloon Festival. We have lots of equipment. We have an entire trailer. We have all these supplies. Chuck allows us to store it for free in his Plano facility. Anybody who's ever paid rent, that's huge, 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 huge benefit that he does for our club. So whether he shows up to a meeting or not, he is always giving, because that would probably be what, $1,000 a month if we had the lease of space, if not more. And so when you do meet him, like Clevie said, he's a long-term member and definitely appreciate him. And then also Mike Walker, he's our Sergeant of Arms, 16 years. Mike runs our funnel cake thing, so he knows how valuable that space is that Chuck gives us. And he also recruited Glenn, who recruited Michelle. So Mike's like this recruiting machine in the Rotary. So thank you, both of you. All right. Well, now let's talk about club business. We are 2 minutes ahead of time because we definitely want to make time, allow Lance to start. Everybody can see this, right? Rotary Apparel. Roxana, who's actually on a plane right now, she did a lot of research to find a better vendor for our apparel so we don't have to order it in bulk. And her and Michelle put together the sign up genius for it. Go to that link. If you want to have a cool shirt like this that has a Plano West Rotary on it, go and order it. They have a bunch of different styles. You pay for it via a sign up genius, and then Roxana will place the order. So, you know, be a good model for the club. I also want to encourage everybody to, I know Zane has a team that's contacting members to help them set up an account for myrotary.org. So those that have been doing it, good job. Thank you, Zane, and your team for doing it. I encourage everybody to go into myrotary.org. It's got an unbelievably amount of great resources. You can learn about our club, you can learn about Rotary. And what I wanted to point out here was training and leadership development. Rotary has a phenomenal online training component of myrotary.org. And not only do you get training on Rotary, but you also get training on leadership, on running meetings. We partner with Toastmasters. There's speaking training on there that was developed by Toastmasters for us. It's free. So you guys are paying for it with your dues, so take advantage of it. You could do it from your phone, you could do it from your computer. That's at my.rotary.org. If you need help logging in, go to our tech tutorials, and they actually which Zane puts together, and they show you how to do it. Also want to remind everybody, if you look on our website under What You Say, you'll see our latest Plano Magazine did an article about our COVID project. So I encourage everybody to go up there and look. Bruce and Antonio have done a great job on running it. That project's coming to an end in the middle of June. The city has said we have increased Hispanic vaccinations by up to 9%. So they are very, 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 very happy with what we've done. And so great job. I also want to point out, as you can see, we're going to have an installation potluck barbecue. And it's going to be at June 27th. It's going to be at my house. I actually got this idea because Mike Walker had, I think, Michelle's installation at his house. And so we're like, I asked, as you guys know, Laura's my wife, who's a club member. She loves parties. We haven't had our annual barbecue in a couple years. So she is putting this on. It will be potluck. So we're not paying for it. The club's not paying for it. All of us pay for it. And so basically what it's going to be is recognize those that served on committee chairs and board this year, and then prepare for the next year. So everybody's invited, friends, family, kids. I mean, this is, because it's a potluck, it's just going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to pray for good weather. I believe that's on a Sunday. I think it's a Sunday. I wish she was here, but I think it's supposed to, it'll be in the evening. You know, that's when I know, and she's going to send information out. Okay, let's talk about what we've done. Last week, we had a couple of our service projects delayed, rain delays. And so we actually only did one project, which we do more projects in a month than other Rotary clubs do in a year. So I'm being totally facetious when I say that. What we did was Courtney, who I think she's on, she ran our Plano overnight warming station orientation for volunteers. And I think, what do we have about, how many people did we have, Courtney? Did I cut you out? I know you're, I don't know.
No, you're fine. We
Okay.
had 15 people.
That is awesome. We're going to do, if you look on our calendar, is it on here? No. On our website, we're going to do another orientation in June.
June 23rd, I believe.
June 23rd. Very cool. And same thing, it's a Zoom training for an hour by the Plano Overnight Warming Station team, Bill Howard. And they basically tell us, answer all the questions and everything. Our goal is to recruit 50 and get trained 50 volunteers for this. So when the season starts, we can select 25 to actually man the warming station. And honestly, after me going through the orientation and Courtney and I were talking about it, this is a lot easier than I thought. I thought it was a 24-hour commitment. It's not. We don't even have to stay there overnight. I mean, they have hired staff. We're just there in the early evening and the late evening. So it's not a big commitment, but we're really making a difference. So I hope people attend the one in June. So as we start, I think, Courtney, when do we start the training? It's August?
Yeah, the main training to actually become PALS certified will be in August.
So we're going through the orientation so people know what to do. And then the PALS organization will train us. And then after the training, we have to get background checked. Then we're certified. So then Courtney and team will call on us to sign up for particular nights that she selects. So that's what we did last week. Upcoming projects. Catherine might, and James might be doing a food pantry today.
Right now, it's a go.
Hey, so if you're signed up, wear some rain gear. The school kind of has no
I
choice.
see Antonio, so there's one.
The school has no choice. School's out tomorrow.
I'll
so
be
they
there. I got my
delay
pressure
it
washing
anymore.
boots.
So great job, everybody. Also, well, let me skip and I'm gonna let Michelle finish off. We start curbside meals on June 1st. Catherine and James run that. You can look at Plano or Bitly Rotary Meals. We're doing 3 campuses twice a day all summer on Tuesdays. Sign up. We are helping the food and nutrition group when we do that and families over the summer. So definitely sign up for that. And then we have 2 more remaining COVID block walking. What we're doing, we have finished 5,000 apartment units that the city identified as high, very important areas to hit. Well, now they've identified 3 neighborhoods for us to provide COVID information. Off the top of my mind, I know it's the Barron Elementary neighborhood, I think it's Meadows neighborhood, and Williams High School neighborhood. It's 1,800 homes total. So Bruce and Antonio, their team of volunteers, will be distributing this COVID education information that the city has paid and made available for us. And then they feel we have targeted all the neighborhoods of highest need, meaning the vaccination rates need to be increased. So we have made a difference, and we have last 2. So if you haven't done it, it's really fun and easy. Sign up for it, then do it. And last but not least, in honor of our guest speaker today, we have put together actually a unique project. We have something that we've done in the past for making meals, but we're doing more directly for street side showers. So I am going to hand this over to Michelle to talk about the project that we would like everybody to participate in. And this is for you, Lance, so you got to pay attention.
So yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that, well, first of all, I know you're going to be inspired by Lance's talk and what his mission is, and I'm excited about that. But if it gets you all excited, then there are 2 immediate ways that you'll be able to support Street Side Showers on this bit.ly that Alex has here. The first is there's a list of items at that link of things that Street Side Showers needs, donations of items, underwear, etc., that will support the people that they support. So you can go buy those items if you have more money than time. And then the other option is a week from today, after our Rotary meeting at Greek Isles, we're going to assemble 225, hopefully, hygiene shower kits for them. So we'll have all the supplies, we'll set up an assembly line. So that's no cost, that's just time. So that'll start about 1:15, 1:30 a week from today. That's it.
Thank you, Michelle. And that leads into our introduction of our speaker. Take it away, Michelle.
Okay, I'm so excited to have Lance here. Just a quick comment. I met him a couple years ago, the first time I went to one of his Street Side Showers sites. And just in talking with him over the first few times I saw him, I was just amazed at his passion and his commitment to serving the community that he serves. And so I found him quite inspiring. And so naturally, I think that's kind of how we, Plano West Rotary, also got involved with them. So Lance is the founder of Street Side Showers, which he's going to talk about today. It's a mobile shower service. They're based out of McKinney, and they provide hot showers, clean undergarments, and hygiene kits to individuals experiencing homelessness in North Texas. They have 6 shower locations that I saw on their website: Irving, Denton, Garland, Denison, McKinney, and right here in Plano. And their mission is to offer hope and help restore human dignity to the homeless community in the form of a hot shower and personal hygiene care. He and his whole team are dedicated to providing basic human needs, restoring human dignity, and improving the quality of life for our unhoused neighbors. So again, I'm excited that Plano West Rotary is involved in helping them as well. And now we get to hear more. So take it away, Lance.
Well, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Let me go ahead and try to share my screen here. If you could do a share screen for me, I can bring up my PowerPoint. Alex, if you have that.
You should be able to share your screen.
Okay, good. There we go. Okay, great. So thank you, Michelle, and I see many other friends and, folks, James, and, I'm very grateful. I've got a lot of really great folks, and I really call you my friends, because I can't do this by myself. So I'm just extremely appreciative of the support and being able to speak to the Rotary clubs. as we really are tackling a big need, and so anyway, I'll open up with some questions towards the end. Please feel free to ask any questions, but a little bit about me. My personal life mission statement is what you see on the screen. And Bill Wilson quoted this: "The purest form of love is demonstrated by a person who loves someone who can give absolutely nothing in return." That's kind of my personal mission statement. I've always been the kind of guy, even in high school, if there was someone sitting by themselves in the cafeteria, I'd be the one sitting next to them. And so I've always had a heart for people that are just kind of in the margins. And so this is something very natural for me. Although I don't really claim to be a homeless expert. I'm just a guy who loves people. So you'll see throughout this presentation kind of what we're doing, and it's really been a real blessing. So Michelle, shared our mission statement. It's pretty simple: to offer hope and help restore human dignity to the homeless community in the form of a hot shower and personal hygiene care. And so, a little bit about my story. Some of you know my story, but I've lived in McKinney 16 years, and we did have a lot of limited services for our homeless, our folks experiencing homelessness in North Texas. And so one day I was in a bathroom in McKinney, and there was a gentleman that was he was homeless, and he's just washing out of the sink. And that's a day that really changed my life in that moment. I did not expect my life to change course walking into a bathroom that day, but it sure did. So it was just something that I was just really just struck by, and noticed how desperate he was to try to get clean. And I thought to myself, here we live in one of the nicest places in the country to live, in North Texas and McKinney, and to bring a hot shower to someone is just a huge need. So I kind of took action. I walked out of the bathroom bothered in a good way. But I knew, here we are, there must be something we could do. So I researched mobile showers. It's something I really didn't come up with the idea. I just said, there's got to be a solution out there. So I found an organization in California called Lava May, and they're downtown San Francisco doing mobile showers for the homeless. So I flew to San Francisco. I said, okay, I need to see this firsthand. And that's what I did. I got on a plane and I flew out there, and I just spent some time really just observing and watching and learning how to bring mobile showers to our homeless. So I say this all the time: I didn't invent the wheel, I just brought it back to North Texas. So anyway, I'm just really excited to be a part of this. We've been running a little over 4 years now. And so what do our showers look like? We actually have 4 mobile showers right now. And you can see they're very well built. The trailers run about $56,000. We have them custom built from an RV company out of Argus, Indiana. And they're really just very nice. And one of the things I like to do is do it with excellence. I like it to be really to be a blessing in the cities that we're serving in. And so our trailers run the 3-stall. I do have a smaller trailer that we put in Florida with a good friend of mine. But my 3 stalls, they're very simple. They're also, we wouldn't go much bigger than a 3-stall just because of the size, the communities that we're serving. Anything bigger would be very cumbersome. Just recently, this year, we got our 4th trailer. So all of our showers, if you've ever been to a street side stop, to see, they're all private bathrooms. I mean, it's a full bathroom with a shower, with a sink, with a toilet. And so we can give everyone that takes a shower with us, they get 20 minutes. We've really found 20 minutes is an adequate amount of time. It's not that we're trying to wash people as quick as we can. But we are trying to give people just an experience. We want them to, one of the things we're really trying to restore is just some dignity. So they take 20 minutes. And it really dawned on me, honestly, Plano was my second shower stop when I first started, but I was actually in Plano to shower stop, and we're just testing and how long do people get. We had one girl that was experiencing homelessness. She looked at me and she said, do I have a few minutes to shave my legs? So that was just really for me, it was like, okay, yes. And I looked at her in the eye and said, please, and I'm sure just to go into a shower, for her to shave her legs and just to feel like a girl again, was just a very meaningful moment. And so really what we're trying to do is give everybody just 20 minutes, some hot water on your face. You know how you feel after you've had a shower. You just feel better, you know, and they're very common on the streets. People say we feel human again. And that's all what we're trying to do. We just really want people just to get clean, to feel clean, help them keep going. So we are very much a street provider, just providing the basic human services. We just recently got our 4th trailer. And so it's just been, you know, incredible. And all of our trailers, we do have 2 trailers that have ADA accessibility. We've noticed we do have some folks that have some physical disabilities. So we're just doing our best to try to meet as much need as we can. So that way there's nothing that's an obstacle for someone going in. So one of our trailers, we'd have an ADA compliant, so folks can just go in and just, you know, it's easy for them to get into one of our shower trailers. And so you can see these trailers, just they're very well built. You know, they're all self-contained in everything they do. And so we have water. We do have to have a water source. And so I don't transport water. So everywhere we connect, any city that we're servicing, we do need a water source. We do have a generator that powers all the electronics and electricity. And then there's a waste tank. We have a gray water tank. It's a 650-gallon waste tank. So all the wastewater goes into a waste tank. And then from there, we just go to an RV dump, you know, and so we typically, we design the trailers to be able to get about 38 to 42 showers. It really depends on how much water they're using, you know, inside. But for the most part, our average stops run about 35 showers. So we just recently expanded. You know, I just wanted to share with you a little bit. One of the things that we really noticed is, again, showers is our primary, but we just launched Street Side Closet, and we're getting ready to launch Street Side Table. And so Street Side Closet more recently is our clothing truck. And so I'll bring that up right here. So it's just basically a box truck that we converted into a mobile closet. And it's a 17-foot closet. So, you know, it's the largest closet I have. And so, but it's not for me, it's for others. And so, you know, we've really found that we want to give, we noticed people that get a clean shower, but they were putting their dirty clothes back on. So obstacles that they were experiencing was getting laundry and getting clean clothes. So we launched Street Side Closet, which is just a mobile truck, and folks can go in. All the clothing is organized, and it's very neatly organized. It's all new and gently used clothes. So, you know, and it's really designed for just to get, you know, just to pretty much help them keep going, get a pair of pants, couple shirts. I mean, it's not a shopping spree. It's just so that way, after they take a shower, they not only can put on a fresh pair of underwear that we give them, but they can also put on some clean clothes. So we also have a canteen truck that we got donated. And so we're getting ready to launch this summer, because, again, one of the things we're seeing is a lot of food insecurity. And so we're just, again, trying to provide ways just for people to get some food. So this is just a typical canteen truck. We'll be using prepared meals, prepared food, partnering with different agencies. So that way we can get food to everybody on the street. And so you know, it's just meeting the basic human needs, just get a shower, get a pair of clothes, get something to eat. And it really just to keep people going. That's really what we're trying to do. 54% of our guests have a job. I mean, they're trying to work. It's just, as you may know, in our communities, the sustainable income and affordable housing is just another real big obstacle. So if we can work hard to keep people going, keep them clean, keep them fed, then they do want to get a job. They do want to work, you know, and that's why we're doing the communities that we're servicing in. As Michelle, you know, early, she mentioned, you know, we are in 6 different locations. We just recently pulled out of Sherman. We were in Grayson County. We're doing Sherman and Denison. We just recently pulled out of Sherman. They opened up their own day center that has showers. So that was a very exciting moment. For us, you know, I'll be honest with you, I'm trying to work myself out of a job. So if every community can really begin to take care of folks in their communities, I'm just in a good way trying to expose the need. I'm trying to meet the need. But my end game in communities is build a day center, for showers, for laundry, computers to use to get a job. I mean, someplace to get something to eat, something very simple, very basic. And so we're starting to see more of that. Denison accomplished that. that. They have just recently launched their new facility that has showers, so folks can get showers every day. So we're real excited about working with all these communities. We're continuing to grow. We are going to be opening up some more stops here in the near future. All right, so what has our impact been in Plano? Plano has been a very good stop for us. And so we've just recently, we launched back in 2017. That was really my first stop, but I didn't really have early 2017 numbers, but we've been growing ever since. So we just crossed over 12,000 showers. So almost 3,000 showers so far have really been in Plano. And so it's a busy stop. Honestly, last Wednesday, we did 40 showers in Plano. So our impact has been significant and really welcomed in the community. We have tremendous community support. And so I'm just really thankful for, our mayor and our city council and every community that we're trying to help really just kind of keep people going. So one of the best texts I could get from someone is I'm not homeless anymore. And that happens actually pretty frequently. Folks are getting off the street. They said, thank you for being there for me, helping me stay clean. I got a job. I got back on track. I got housing. And then I get a text, I'm not homeless anymore. So we do see that happen regularly. And so we just love to celebrate with our guests, as we see them off the street. So, it gets emotional for me because it's a bittersweet moment. We love and care for people, but then there comes a point where we won't see them again, and so it's a good day for us. I want our numbers to go down. We say 12,000 showers. That's pretty incredible. But that means more people are struggling, and so if we can go to a stop and we said we only did 2 showers today, well, then that means we're doing our job. That means people are getting off the street. So it's been a great experience. Our basic needs change weekly. Our needs change weekly. So we encourage, please stay in touch with us. We're going into summer, so we need ankle socks going into summer. We always need underwear. We also need bug spray, and we have other things. And these are just some different lists. So Michelle mentioned some projects you guys will be doing. We're so thankful. We had to do over 5,000 or 6,000 hygiene kits last year alone. So we always need the help, and so we always need ongoing maintenance costs for our trucks and our trailers. We're running 2 stops a day, all day, every week, and so we're running weekly shower stops. Gas has gotten very expensive. Diesel's been a little tough. Our diesel costs have gone up 45%. So anyway, you guys can be supportive, just in time, and just in community support, supplies, and financial. It all helps us. It all does, and I'm very grateful for anything that comes in. I have people say all the time. They said, "Oh, this is only 1 bottle of shampoo." Well, no, not to the person washing their hair. To the person washing their hair, that bottle of shampoo is priceless. So we see the same thing. Whether you give a financial donation or a bottle of shampoo, it is impacting lives. So I've talked, and so at this point, if anybody'd like to ask me any questions, I'd be happy to answer any questions, maybe.
Yeah, I actually do. Thank you for speaking to us. It was an amazing presentation. I really appreciate that. But my question was how do you finance all of this stuff? Because you mentioned that you just got your 4th truck, and I think you said they were in the range of $50,000 per truck. So that sounds like quite a bit of money. And then also I imagine that you're very involved in this. So you would need to make a living yourself as well. So I was just curious about the financial side of it.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So we are a full nonprofit organization, and so I am not independently wealthy. I've always been in ministry all my life, so I've never been in a position. So I do take a modest salary. I still have a couple kids at home, and mortgage and things like that. So I take a modest salary to live on, but we're also always raising money, as we continue to grow. So we've been very fortunate. It takes me about a year. I start raising money for a trailer, and we worked with a lot of initiatives. There's a lot of homeless initiatives. I've got a lot of folks that we're able to get homeless grants. We get lots of funding from lots of sources. a lot of the clubs, churches, and then we also have a very large pool of individual donors. You know, we also participate in North Texas Giving Day. That's one of our biggest fundraisers. I get matching funds for that, and so that's a pretty successful event for us. So we're always, you know, just as a nonprofit raising money. I do have some staff. We hired some staff, you know, to do that, to drive. I can only drive one truck and one trailer. I can't do more than that. And so I'm just one guy. So in meeting all the needs in all these locations, we've raised some staff. So we've been very fortunate, very blessed, just, you know, and everybody does their part, you know, from $10 to 10,000. It's all goes in to help keep us going. And so we do have some good, we have a really big corporate sponsor with Credit Union of Texas. They came on board with us last year to kind of help us. So yeah, it's ongoing. My cliche is this: love makes the world go round, but money pays the gas.
Do you take gas cards then as donations?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, we do. We actually had another business that just did a gas card drive for us. And so honestly, that works very, very well for us. Yes, because we're filling our trucks and our generators, you know, 2-3 times a day, or 2-3 times a week. So yes, gas cards are great. You know, I tell people all the time, we'll throw a couple gas cards in the trucks because we're filling up all the time. So yes, that would be very appreciative.
And where do you get your clothing, man?
So that's our good question. We partner with lots of groups. I'm not really making like big Facebook posts and things like that, just because I really can't be Goodwill. We don't have the manpower to get garbage bags full of clothes all the time. So I partner with different groups, you know, home groups, church groups, you know, Rotary Club groups, where, you know, they'll pick up the trailer or they'll pick up the truck, take it, load it up for us, you know, through their community. So we are strategic in the way we do clothes. So we get a lot of clothing donations, but it is planned and organized, just because I don't have the manpower to sort clothes all the time. So we have to work together a little bit. So if you guys wanted to do some clothing options, we certainly can talk about that. Absolutely.
Where's the location in Plano?
So we set up at the Collin County Assistance Center, which is on 18th Street. And Colleen Campbell is the director there. And so they're already providing services there. And when we just come alongside them and provide a hot shower. So it's the Collin County Assistance Center.
And Mike, that's 4 doors down from Chuck Spence. I think it's 4, something like that.
Less than that, like 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's close.
After hearing this gentleman speak, is there any reason why? I mean, hopefully everyone sees why I love Lance, and he is a dear friend of mine. I love this gentleman, a very good friend of mine. Lance, as usual, I appreciate what you do and what you brought to our community. And I can't thank you enough for all that you do, sir.
Oh, thank you, James. You're so sweet. I do. I'm very grateful for the encouragement. There are days it gets hard, you know, when you're when dealing with broken and hurting people all the time. It does drain you. But it's folks like you guys. People text me. They're like, thank you for what you do. I love and care for our community, and I really do. And that's why, even though I live in McKinney, you know, I'm part of something bigger than me, and it's always been that way. You know, and I'm always just seeing some really cool things happen. But I tell people, I said, if you want to come visit us at the Street Side Stop, it's where all the cool kids hang out. So.
Can you speak just a little bit about the canteen truck and how that might roll out? And will there be opportunities for volunteers, or are you going to pretty much have that be more staff?
No, we actually working. I have a retired chef, Jesse Alvarez, who is a friend of mine. He approached me, and he's a professional chef, and so he's retired. So he's always looking for food to make, and so we brought him on just to kind of lead it. But we are going to need people to kind of help man it. One of the things we talked about is kind of helping out some of the day labor centers too, and provide some food. So there will be opportunities to volunteer with our food truck, and we'll make big announcements when we launch and everything. You will have to have a basic food handler's license. which is that $7 food handlers. It's a video and you take a quick test. And so we have to do that minimum. Part of that is because our exposure has gotten so big now, meaning that, we're doing 200 plus showers a week. I mean, we're just servicing a lot of communities. We had to kind of organize our food distribution just a little bit, because we certainly want to do that. But I would love to have people involved. There'll be opportunities to make food and serve food. We're really going to probably roll the food out a little differently than we do with our street side trailers, just because, trying to get people more than one meal per day.
What's the time frame for that?
Probably the next month or so. So we're looking to start running the truck in June 1st, testing and seeing how it's going to work. But I want it full throttle definitely by summer.
Great, thank you.
I want to say too, if you haven't been there, it's amazing experience, and from all aspects. One of the things I just found out, one of the last times we were at the Plano there with Michael, Lance mentioned they need a water source. It's a garden hose. And there's like 3 showers going on at the same time. Like, how does that work? My garden hose wouldn't do that. Anyway, the trucks are amazingly built, and it doesn't need a whole lot. And it's just amazing. Anyway, if you got a chance, we've done this. Maybe people don't know, but our club has as you might know, we've been involved with making meals for the Plano over the years, even recently. Our district just, I think, put together, Michelle would know better than me, but 600 and something hygiene kits, of which our club was part of that, but it was our whole district. We've delivered those to Michael just a week or two ago. So we've been very involved and continue to be, but it is an amazing process that they go through, and they're able to serve the community, which is awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I do encourage you, if you haven't been, please come by. Just say hello. Everyone's always welcome. But I tell people it's dangerous hanging out with me, because the 2 things are going to happen. So if you come visit to a street side stop, 2 things are going to happen. One is you'll never take a shower for granted again. You're going to see folks that are just so grateful to get a shower and just feel so clean. And every time you get in the shower yourself, you're going to say, Lord, thank you for my shower. And then secondly, you're going to see people that you haven't noticed before. And, these are just they're marginalized people that they're just struggling and had an obstacle in life. And we have a lot of different variables in their people's lives and their stories. But it really does. And it's such a simple thing, and I would love for you to come visit, please. I'm not at every stop, and I apologize. Again, I'm only one person. So like today I'm in Irving. We had that storm go through. And so, I kind of, I'm a little wet today, but that happens. We run rain or shine. We did our 20 showers today. So it's been pretty awesome. So thank you, everybody. I've enjoyed meeting with you, and thank you, everyone. You guys are my friends, and I'm looking forward to meeting you all in the future. So please don't be shy and come visit us sometime.
Lance, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
As Glenn said, we have been supporting you indirectly, I guess 3 years, Michelle? Because didn't you start us making meals during your presidency, Michelle?
Mm-hmm.
At least
3 years.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And then what we try to do, for those in the club that don't know, we, at the very minimum, although we're expanding it now, we make sandwiches. And so then a few of our members would show up at the Plano site and have the meals available for the people taking showers. And so we've done that quarterly for the last 3 years. And this will be the first time that we've been involved in additional things. And it sounds like you need a lot of work with your street side closet. And
yes.
And then I was thinking, with your street side canteen, maybe you don't need sandwiches, you need raw food or something. Because there's supplies for that.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. I mean, we still want to partner with the groups that are doing, like you guys are doing sandwiches stuff. So we're not trying to just replace anything. We're just trying to expand a little bit to meet other needs. So yes, we'll continue to need sandwiches. We'll continue to need, you know, the food with the canteens want to be prepared. So anyway, again, you guys are keep doing the sandwiches. Yeah, that's huge. It's a big deal. So just, but as we begin to grow and change a little bit, you'll start seeing the evolution of some of our services. And so please get involved. Yeah.
That's great to know. Our club, where we focus is service, and there's a lot of opportunities for us to serve with you. And I'm glad you said the sandwiches aren't going away. This year it's been awkward, but normally what's cool about the sandwiches, we make them during the meeting. And so people leave the meeting seeing the product of their work. And so I'm looking forward to us being able to do that. So I'm glad you still want sandwiches. Well, Lance, thank you very much for speaking to us. What we do for all our speakers and appreciation for your time and program, Plano West Rotary is going to donate $10 in your name to Rotary's Polio Plus Fund, together with the 2-to-1 matching funds from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. That $10 will turn into $30, which will provide polio vaccine for about 50 children. And
wow, that's great.
You may not know this, but you know, Rotary, we're using our polio infrastructure to aid in the vaccination of COVID-19. And obviously it's not here in the US, it's overseas in the underserved, the developing nations. That's where they don't have the infrastructure, the resources to do vaccination. So that's why from a polio perspective, we've been at it for 40, 50 years to try to eradicate it. Well, and obviously we need to eradicate COVID-19. So we appreciate you speaking with us. We appreciate you giving us an opportunity to serve with us. And I hope more of our club members actually go to your site and so they can witness this and be a part of it.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. I'm going to go because I got to go clean up the trailer now. So y'all take care. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much.
See you soon. Thank you, Lance. Now, I would like to let everybody know next week, we have he's a Rotarian. He's a Leadership Plano graduate. A lot of people here know Buzz Colby. He's going to be our speaker talking about the etiquette of leadership. And ironically, Buzz is the guy that recruited me to be on the City House Board of Directors about 20 years ago. So he's been active in the homelessness space as well as leadership and a lot of things. So I hope everybody, if you know Buzz, he's a great speaker. If you don't, you're going to want to hear him. So I'm really excited to having him speak to our club next week. And to close out our meeting, we're going to have Catherine Goodwin. She is going to lead us in the 4-way test. Take it away, Catherine.
The 4-way test of the things we think, say, or do.
Is it the truth?
Is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And finally, fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Rotary.
Rotary. Thank you. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.
Go vote in the runoffs if you have.